My dad said, "You'll regret cutting me off. I regret not doing it sooner." For years, I thought my dad was just strict. That was the word my mom used. Strict when he yelled, strict when he threw things, strict when he called me useless. I learned to read the house like weather. Silence meant peace. Footsteps meant storm. When I got my first job at 16, he took half my paycheck for rent. When I got into college, he said I'd never make it without him. When I landed my first internship, he told me I was wasting my time and should have just worked at the factory like him. Still, I tried. I called him every week. Sent photos, tried to make him proud. He'd find something to criticize every time. "You look tired, your hair looks messy, you should have taken accounting instead." It was like he had a script that only changed names, never tone. Things got worse after Mom passed. The house felt heavier, and his words sharper. I'd visit and end up crying in my car before even leaving the driveway. Once, he called me selfish for not moving back home to take care of him. I was 25. Trying to build my own life. The breaking point came during Christmas 2 years ago. He told me I'd failed Mom's memory because I didn't buy him the new truck tires he wanted. He said, "You'll regret cutting me off if you ever do. Blood is blood." I left early that night. I blocked his number the next morning. For months, I wrestled with guilt. I'd stare at old family photos, wondering if I was a bad child. But slowly, the silence became peace. I could breathe. I started therapy. My therapist helped me understand that cutting someone off doesn't mean you hate them. It means you finally love yourself enough to stop bleeding for them. 6 months later, I got a text from an unknown number. "You think you're better than your family now?" No name, but I knew the tone. I didn't reply. I just saved the message under lesson learned. Last Christmas, I drove past the old house. The windows were dark. The neighborhood looked smaller somehow. My chest tightened, but not from guilt, from relief. I realized I didn't miss him. I missed the version of him I'd hoped existed. The father I invented in my head to survive the real one. It's strange how peace can feel foreign after chaos. The first few months of silence were confusing. I'd wake up expecting a text telling me I disappointed him somehow. I'd scroll through my phone looking for a reason to unblock him, telling myself maybe this time he'd changed. But deep down, I knew he wouldn't. He never saw me as a person, just an extension of his control. The memories still sneak up sometimes, like the way he'd slam the fridge door when dinner wasn't ready, or the nights he'd drink and start listing everything wrong with me, my clothes, my friends, my voice. I used to think if I could just be perfect, he'd finally love me. But perfection doesn't fix people who enjoy breaking others. When I finally stopped trying to earn his approval, my world opened. I redecorated my apartment, painting the walls the color I wanted, not the beige he said was respectable. I bought a small plant and named it Hope. It's still alive, which feels symbolic. I started journaling every night, writing letters to the version of me that thought love had to hurt. A few weeks ago, my cousin told me he's been telling people I abandoned him. That's fine. Let him be the victim in his story. I'm done being the villain in mine. Sometimes breaking the cycle means becoming the bad guy in someone else's narrative, and that's okay. I sleep peacefully now. My phone stays silent. My heart finally does too. My dad said I'd regret cutting him off. I regret not doing it sooner.